Hey everyone, this is David Dvorak from Field of View. We're out in the field today at the Grand Farm Autonomous Farm test site in South Fargo. We're just going to be going over how easy it is to set up your GeoSnap PPK to do an aerial mapping mission. So we're going to go to the config file, which is a HTML file which will load up in your Google Chrome browser. We recommend users starting with overlap triggering. Basically, it's where the GeoSnap PPK will automatically calculate the distance to trigger the camera given the parameters put in here. So first we want an 80% frontal overlap. Today's flight we're going to be doing at 70 meters above ground level. We have a 21 millimeter focal length lens on there. And then these are the effective sensor dimensions of the Sony a7RIV that we're flying. We always want to use auto start. That way it'll just automatically start taking a picture so we don't have to worry about pressing any buttons. And then today we got something special. We have our Atlas Global GNSS Correction Service subscription loaded onto this GeoSnap PPK. So that allows us to get 10 centimeter accuracy after a convergence period. And we're going to go ahead and save this config file as, and then we're all set. So next we go ahead and safely eject the SD card, and now we can bring this out to the GeoSnap PPK, which is mounted on that M600 drone right over there. Alright, so we got everything set up now. The card is in the GeoSnap PPK, checked the camera, the drone. We got our mission ready to fly here. And so basically we're just going to make sure the green GNSS LED is solid, and then we're going to start our flight. So here we go. Alright, so we're mid-flight here. The GeoSnap's using that overlap interval mode to trigger. So the frontal overlap we have set is 80%. The software is taking care of the side lap and how it set up the grid lines. And so we're just waiting for the drone to be done with its mission. Alright, it finished the mission, and now it's doing its fully autonomous landing. Check the LEDs, make sure we're solid green. We can safely end logging by pressing and holding the session button. We can go ahead and shut off the camera, pull the card. Go ahead and pull the card from the GeoSnap system as well. We'll keep it on though, and then we can go check the data. Alright, so we're back in the van here. We got our laptop, so we'll go ahead and just put the SD card from the GeoSnap PPK in the computer. It'll pop up for us. We can go ahead and open the latest session folder and open this geotags tool. So we can literally just click start processing, and that quickly it'll produce a KML file. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. So seconds after your flight, you can get a visual of all your captured locations and your geotags. So that's a pretty handy tool to make sure you didn't have any missing images. You know, with the overlap triggering, we do get a few extra images while flying to and from the start and end of the mission area, but these are easy to either leave in the project or remove them before you start your photogrammetry project. The benefit of doing overlap or distance triggering mode with the GeoSnap system is you just get ultra reliable triggering, and then you get this type of visual to confirm that as well. So the next step then is to go ahead and copy the images to the computer, and then we'll double check that they have the same number of images and geotags. Okay, so we got our images loaded on here, all 13 gigabytes of it for this 40-acre site. So we want to confirm that we have the same number of images and geotags The fastest, simplest way to do that is to double click on the geotags tool again, and then it has the event count right in the top here. We had a couple test images on the ground, but then we're going to drag this first image from our airborne set into this pane. So we can see we have 613 geotags and 613 images. So if we wanted to go ahead and embed the geotags in the EXIF, all we have to do is check that box and it'll go through and do that. So that's how simple the geotagging process is. Because we had an Atlas subscription, we were able to get 10 centimeter accuracy in real time. We're taking care of the offsets right here. So once this process is done, these images will be ready to directly import into your favorite photogrammetry software. And we're going to hit open. And there we are. All the geotags were readily brought into Agisoft. If we wanted to disable these extra images to and from the start and end of the mission area, we could. In our case, they only help the project, so all we have to do now is click Align Photos, and we're off to the races. So just a few minutes after your flight, you can have a photogrammetry project started, even with a high resolution, high quality setup using a Sony 60 megapixel camera and the GeoSnap PPK.